Good afternoon. Welcome to All About Animals. I am Sherry Gratitor, and this afternoon we are in one of my all-time favorite places to be, the Equestrian Connection, which is in, are you Lake Forest or Mettawa here?
Border of both.
Okay.
Unincorporated Lake County.
Unincorporated Lake County, Lake Forest, Mettawa, which has more programs, wonderful, wonderful programs that benefit riders and non-riders as well, but basically people who have disabilities.
Yes, special needs of any kind.
And I understand that you're developing all kinds of new programs. Are we going to bring in our program director and let her talk about
We
them?
are. I'd like to introduce Colette Collins. She's our special program director, and she will tell you about some new exciting things for 2014, as well as some of the things she accomplished last year in 2013 with new groups.
Beautiful. Hand her the
Colette?
mic.
Hi.
Hi. So tell me what's going on and what's coming up.
Well, this year, in addition to all our hippotherapy and therapeutic riding lessons, we've expanded our group programming and several different areas. One of our newest programs is a Silver Spurs program, which is a non-mounted program for people that are experiencing Alzheimer's and dementia-related disorders. And they're going to be coming in. They're going to be learning how to groom the horses, how to lead the horses, put a halter on, and just spend a lot of time bonding and touching and just kind of getting connected with their environment and with others.
Yeah, it keeps them based
Yes.
and balanced.
Yes. It also has to do with socialization. It has to do with them relaxing. We find that when they're with the horses, they become less agitated, less stressed. It diminishes depression, which oftentimes people with those disorders, they're in a locked unit and they don't get out. So this gives them something new and exciting to look forward to.
What of all the programs that are going on are you proudest of that you're finishing up the year with?
Well, we have a brand new program that we started last April. It's our Equine-facilitated psychotherapy program. For the most part, it's non-mounted, and people come in with various mental health issues, and they work with the horses on the ground. We have all sorts of innovative experiential exercises. We have the whole arena to ourselves. No one is mounted, and they just interact with the horses in new and creative ways to deal with experiential issues.
I would imagine.
Good to see.
Yeah. I would imagine that it is quite an experience for these people who are really working through major life problems.
Yes.
To have a non-judgmental, very large friend.
Yes, yes. Very large.
Yes, indeed.
So it challenges them in a very safe way. Obviously, safety is always a top priority at Equestrian Connection. But when they are in a situation where they're anxious and stressed, but they can in real time deal with that anxiety and have the whole environment become much more calmer, they see how much power and control they have over their environment.
Well, and it would seem to me that that's an extension of what happens when you have mounted programs.
Yes.
Your mounted programs let those people who are kids, adults, it doesn't matter, be in effect in control of a very large animal.
Yes.
And it reinforces their knowledge that they can be in control.
Yes, it really impacts your self-confidence, self-esteem. My favorite thing to say is when a person is just learning how to ride and they stop the horse and I say, do you know you just stopped a 1,000-pound animal? And their faces just light up. It's very empowering and very good at boosting their confidence and esteem.
And for kids as well.
Everyone. We have riders as young as, I think we even have them at 18 months.
Wow.
You know, they don't usually stop the horse themselves. But then we have a rider, one of our potential Silver Spurs riders is 103, I believe.
Oh my goodness.
So it helps everyone of all ages and abilities.
And these programs are on a rolling scale for cost, are they not?
Yes, all these programs are. And many of them are supported by grants from local townships and various foundations where we actually go out seeking to have, a reduced pay scale for people who, have Alzheimer's or other issues that
Or
we
kids
know.
that have a disability.
Oh, for sure.
And
We have
parents
over
can't
right
afford.
now over 40 riders on full scholarship. So,
Wow.
And that's based on a successful polo match, which I think you came out and talked about with
Yes.
us. It was,
Yes,
it
it
really
was very
helped
exciting.
us a lot. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we definitely try to work with families. The cost of having anyone with special needs is 3 times that of daily, you know, just a regular person. And look at how costs are expensive for us. So just triple that, and then you get a family who has triplets, and it's so. But I'm also proud of another program that Colette brought in, and she didn't get the chance to talk about, and that was our vision impaired group. That was amazing.
Yeah.
They came in, and she can tell you real quick about it, but it was amazing because they were grooming and leading horses and doing art just like everyone else.
Yeah.
Had no vision.
And was this a new group that just started?
It's a field trip group that came in over the summer. By the way, we had over 450 riders that came in with field trips just this summer alone.
Wow.
So we, I don't know what our numbers are, but we're servicing a lot of people.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had our participants riding, which that took a lot of confidence for these people to get up on a great big horse.
Absolutely.
And we had them even leading on the ground. You know, all our staff is trained in how to communicate to riders with various issues
And
like
your
that.
staff is qualified to deal with the physically impaired as well as the mentally impaired.
We have a full staff of physical therapists, occupational therapists. I'm a psychologist. We have, probably 7 or 8 therapeutic riding instructors, social workers, recreation therapists, art therapists.
And I understand you did massage as well.
Oh, we sure do. And that's for the staff as well as the participants and their parents.
And the horses.
And the horses.
You're starting to work on horses.
Yeah. So we're all
And
treated.
I'm going to segue to 2 things here. The first of them is the wine tasting that's coming up.
Yes.
Because, and bottom line, guys, is yes, there are subsidies for a lot of the people who can't afford to pay, but there aren't subsidies for everyone, outside of which these animals that we're looking at behind us, if you look at them, I can tell you one thing, every one of them eats like a horse. And they have to be fed. And their stalls need to be cleaned. And the heat needs to be on. And the expenses are mind-boggling. So the wine tasting?
Yes, we have a wine tasting February 8th at the Grove Country Club, and it's wine and scotch and chocolate this year.
Oh my goodness.
The chocolate's from Uniquely Sweets in Grays Lake. I can't wait. She makes amazing things. And Livingston Taylor will be entertaining. Wonderful, personable and personal entertainer who comes up and greets everyone. Writes all his own songs, just amazing man. So it's sure to be a great night.
Lovely and charming. And we're going to move on to one more person who's been very patiently waiting there. You've been remarkable. And this is...
I'm Robin.
Robin, what's your last
Right.
name?
Warren.
Robin Warren.
Right.
And Robin has developed a line of clothing,
Right.
basically.
So what we're trying to do is we're trying to defray some of the costs of what it takes to take care of our horses, and we have 20 therapy horses. So Diane and I came up with a line of apparel. It's called the Grains of Hope program, and what we did is we came up with the word ride. And the reason for the word ride is so that the riders can be riders that ride horses. It can be riders that ride motorcycles, riders that ride wheelchairs, riders that ride bikes. So it's really for everybody out there. And what we came up with was a little baseball cap. We came up with quarter zips, which Diana and Colette both have on. And what's really cool is the back as well.
Somebody turn around.
These are embroidered.
Can't hold the mic.
They are very
They've
cool.
been doing really, really well. We'll be selling them at the wine tasting. And we also came up with t-shirts, and it has the really cute Grains of Hope with the horseshoe on the sleeve. And we sell them in children's, youth sizes, women's, and men's. We also did a tote bag, which has done well. It's really cute. You can also bring it to the grocery store for recycling. And then we came up with a bit belt, and it actually is a real bit and then a real set of reins, and it's adjustable.
And you said you can make them actually bigger because,
Yeah,
for example, most belts don't go around my
Well,
girth.
no, we did. We left some open because basically the reins are 9 feet long. And so we've left them open, so if we have to do a special order, we absolutely can accommodate that.
And now you said that every one of these items of clothing will feed?
For every purchase, you will feed a horse for a day.
So 20 horses?
Yep, 20 horses. We need 20 T-shirts sold a day.
Which would be absolutely wonderful.
Right.
I mean, you keep expanding your programs.
We do.
You keep bringing in, if you had to guess, how many people do you service, actual people, in a year?
I was trying to figure that out because we have 300 per week average. And then on top of special programs and the groups, thousands. I'm guessing we're at our over 20,000 number.
That's unbelievable.
But I'm going to figure out the exact. I can't say exactly what it is, but we're gonna, by the time we get to our 15th anniversary, I'll have it figured out.
We've been coming here and taping shows with you pretty much since you got started. And there were 2 or 3 programs going on.
That's right.
And there weren't many horses. And at that point, I was terribly impressed with what you were doing. At this point, I go beyond being impressed, and I don't know how far I can go.
Thank you.
This is such a neat place. It does wonderful things. It takes children, allows kids to bring in classmates so that the child in the wheelchair is all of a sudden the cool guy. It deals with parents who are dealing with special needs kids. It deals with adults with special needs. And it keeps getting bigger and it keeps getting more wonderful. And I mean, I have no words, and usually my mouth doesn't stop moving. So I'm going to thank you all. We're going to end this now. And it's a great organization. You need volunteers.
We always need volunteers.
But
Tuesday through Sunday.
and more than volunteers, you need
Sponsors.
money, sponsors.
Horse sponsors, children
You know-
sponsors, rider sponsors, program sponsors.
They won't say it, but I have no shame. They need money to run these wonderful programs. So, Diana, give them a phone number, an address.
Cool. Our address is 600 North Bradley Road in Lake Forest. And our phone number is 847-615-8696. And we should have a new website up and running next week, but right now it's www.equestrianconnection.org. And don't forget, February 8th, Livingston.
Fabulous.
We'll be selling out fast.
I'm sure.
Tickets are online or Facebook.
Guys, thank you for taking the time.
Thank you.
We will now take you to Save a Pet, show you some of the dogs and cats that are available there for adoption.